Hello guys, welcome back to another late night streaming chat, late night chat. Hope everyone is doing well. Another somewhat miserable rainy day today in Ohio. So here I am. Thunderstorms, lightning, so if I lose power you guys will know why. If you're up, stay along with me. We got a first. I am so awesome. 74 or 78. Yes, you are first. How are you? How's my mic? Sound check. Check 1, check 2. Sounding okay? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Wait a few minutes, see if anybody else jumps on. We'll talk about a few topics. Not too much. That thumbnail looks like I'm staring at you. I hope it's not too bad. I didn't mean to stare at you. Hey, you talking to me? You looking at me? Hey. Oh my! I just took that picture like 5 minutes ago with the built-in Logitech software. Just to have something different. I normally have the orange thumbnail. Just wanted to do something different. Yeah, I am staring at you, and everybody else better be who stops by better say hello because I am staring at you. No, I'm not. How you doing? All right? All right, let's see here. Give me 1 sec. Okay, let's go ahead and transition here to the desktop. Chip Catalano, hello, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. So I just transition here. The next scene you guys should be seeing this here in a second. There we go. How's that? So yeah, just another late night chat amidst the thunderstorm. What a humid, cloudy, ugly day today. Did not like it at all. So anyway, Netra Morosi, yes, we just started. Just started. You haven't missed anything except me staring at you with my thumbnail. I think I scared away 74 or 78. Oh my. But yeah, just started. I dual boot, Chip. Yeah, nothing wrong with Linux Mint. I actually have Linux Mint Mate. And I'm dual booting today. I had to install some updates for Windows 10 or reboot to install the updates. I like using Windows 10 simply because it works. I don't use it. I use it less than Linux Mint. But yeah, I am a dual booter just to let Windows users know that they don't have to give up Windows if they try Linux and they don't like it. So I dual boot, in case you didn't know. First time you've arrived at the beginning. Okay. I guess it's a first for everything. By the way, is the background music too loud? If it is, I'll just turn it down or shut it off. Mark Kennedy is in the house. How are you? Yeah, I got some background music playing from the YouTube audio library. If it's too loud, I'll just turn it down or shut it off. Or if you guys don't like it, it's all good with me, on or off. But yeah, Chip, I dual boot. Really since the beginning. This channel is primarily a, not always, but a beginner's channel for people who want to turn on to Linux to try it. If they don't like it, they can always stick with Windows 10. Of course, lately over the years, I've done podcasts, newscasts, and other stuff. But yes, I dual boot. You're doing great. All right. Excellent. Let's see here. I got an echo. Okay, sorry about that. Let me do this. Let's see. That might be a little better there. I think I had two inputs captures running at the same time. Sorry about that. Let me know if that's better. Derpington is in the house. What's up? Mark says, how's Komodo for Linux going? Well, I installed it last night, more out of curiosity. In fact, let's go to the thing here. Let me go ahead and pop out the chat just to make it a little bit easier. Let's do that. Yeah, sorry, I had two of the inputs running at the same time. Audio is great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys don't like the music, I'll just shut it off. No big deal. Yeah, but I went to the Komodo website. Download Komodo antivirus for Linux. 32-bit, 64-bit. For Ubuntu, Red Hat, Fedora, let's see, SUSE, OpenSUSE, Debian, Cent. It looks like for a lot of them, Mint and CentOS. Let's see, minimum requirements, 2 gigahertz, RAM 2 gig, 40 gigabyte hard disk space. Yeah, so obviously right now I am doing this live stream in Windows simply because I had to download some updates and reboot, the usual maintenance stuff. But I installed this last night in Linux Mint. There was a few errors popped up. I got through them. That's why, because of the errors, I can't really recommend Komodo for newbies to Linux, but it seems to work. Now, somebody asked me if this was still supported. I guess so. What music? All you hear is my voice. That's fine. C128D is in the house. I don't know if you can still hear that or not, but it's no big deal. There. I should redo this, but anyway. Yeah, Netra, I'm a Rossi. The music is from the YouTube audio library. It's basically all free as far as I know. You're welcome to download it. And, you know, some of them you have to apply the attribution for Creative Commons. This is the what is this? This is the band 126ers. Not mistaken. But yeah. So getting back to this. I downloaded this last night from the Komodo website, got it running. Bunch of errors. That's, I mean, not a bunch, but it came up with some installation errors that really do not make this suitable for beginners. So I got it running. Now, someone asked that this went unsupported a few years ago. Maybe so, but this is from their website. And I got it running. So whether this is up to date or not, I guess you guys will have to check the Komodo website. Somebody mentioned, do we really need an antivirus for a Linux desktop? Maybe not today, but just to let you guys know, there is no such thing as a 100% secure operating system. Anything can be hacked or attacked. Virus infected sooner or later. So you know, as time goes by and Linux is being used more and more, I believe that there will be more attacks on Linux with ransomware or whatever. And I think at that time there will be a need for an antivirus for Linux. But for now, I had this running in Linux Mint last night. Seems okay. I didn't notice any glitches or anything in terms of slowing down my system. Of course, Komodo is great for Windows 10. I have tested this before in Windows, previous versions of Windows, and it seems okay. Full featured. But if you're interested, you can just check out the Komodo website. As far as what's available for Linux antivirus, this is the top 8 antivirus options. Check my signal here really quick. Alright, looking good. So we have ClamAV. This is probably one of the most popular ones for Linux. This one has been around a while, and it's also available, it looks like, for Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. By the way, if any of you guys use any of these, please post it in the chat. I am curious if you guys have any luck, or do you even feel the need for an antivirus. So we got ClamAV at the top, ClamTK. This is a graphical front end for the ClamAV antivirus. These two have probably been around quite a few years. We have checkroot kit. I don't know if there's a GUI for this or if most of these are run from the terminal. That's why I don't generally recommend these for beginners. Let's see what else we have. Rootkit Hunter, great name. That sounds like a game for Xbox or PC game. Rootkit Hunter. Now this one does say it is command line based. So I cannot recommend that for beginners. Let me you don't hear the music? That's okay. I actually was thinking about shutting it off. Let me see if it plays through this way. Actually, I think I need to go in the settings. But anyway, we'll try that. Anyway, where was I here? So, Rootkit Hunter. Yeah, command line based. Cannot do that for, recommend that for beginners. Here's Komodo at number 5. Simply install and forget. No annoying false alarms. That's interesting. I think sooner or later you will get a false positive with any system, I would imagine. So this is what I tested last night. Provides proactive antivirus protection, intercepts all known threats. Comes with the scan scheduler, detailed event viewer, custom scam profiles, mail filter compatible with these here. Chip, so you commented last night. Okay, cool. You used the Komodo antivirus, Komodo Dragon web browser for a very long time before left Windows back in February. So Komodo works for you? I'm assuming? Netra said nothing. You can't hear the music. I may have to go back in my settings, but you know what? That's not that critical for this stream. Netra. So Komodo is number 5, and simply install and forget. It wasn't that simple for me. I came across some installation errors that a beginner would be lost. In fact, it was because of those errors that what did I post? It tarnished a rather nice looking GUI for Komodo antivirus for Linux. I mean, I got it to install, but yeah, just too many errors. You may have heard Sophos for Linux. This one has been around a while. This is also cross-platform. And Chip, you loved it. Okay, cool. Yes, Netra Malwarebytes is available for Android. I run that occasionally. Another one for Android is I think it's called 360. Avast. There's a whole bunch for Android. So Chip, Komodo is number 1. Okay, cool. As long as it works. Now, do you run Windows too? Do you use Komodo for Windows also? Let's see. So yes, Sophos is number 6. This one I believe is also fairly popular for Mac users. And it says here, easy to install and runs quietly. Effective and secure, detect and block malware, and so on. Excellent overall performance, low impact on the system. Okay, I guess that's good. Bitdefender. I didn't know Bitdefender had one for Linux and for BSD according to this chart here. Chip, you're laughing. Let's see. Mark, you do not use AV on Linux. Okay, all right. Honestly, I don't, at least not regularly. Regular backups, you guys should always do backup and backup again no matter what operating system, just in case. Just remember though, if you're running Windows, you should run the antivirus, multiple scans to make sure that you're not backing up not only the files, but backing up also the virus in those files. I mean, like you don't want to be backing up files and then sharing files to thumb drives and back and forth. That wouldn't make any sense. You have a hard drive with Windows 10 but not using it. You do plug it in back once in a while. Okay, all right, that's cool. All right, so Bitdefender enables scanning of archives, supports desktop integration. This has an intuitive GUI, really, for Unix. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Bitdefender far better when it comes to AV than Komodo, really. Okay. We'll have to check that website in a moment. fprod I have heard of for Linux workstations, supports 3264-bit, scans over a gazillion viruses, scan hard drives, CD-ROMs. Okay. That's all. Don't believe that Linux-based operating systems are completely secure. Get one of these free antiviruses we've talked about. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to Bitdefender. Let's see, what do we have here? Free trial or request a free license. Looks like this might be free with an email, I'm assuming. On demand for Linux and BSD, easy to use GUI. Let's see here. Just to see what this looks like. Gravity Zone Free. Interesting name. Well, it says here ranked #1 in major independent tests. I did not know that. Performance and usability entrusted to protect more than 500 million endpoints globally. Okay. #2 global protective network. Okay. Advanced endpoint protection utilizing machine learning and advanced heuristics to block even the most sophisticated ransomware and zero-day attacks. Easy to use unified management console designed from the bottom up for cloud and virtualization. Easy to access to cybersecurity experts. I'm really more curious about this, just how friendly this is, if this really has a friendly GUI. Of course, I'm running Windows now. I can't install this right now, but maybe I'll try this tomorrow and see what it looks like. The free version doesn't let you do much in control, though. Okay, that's fair, but does it work? I mean, is it for beginners and does it work? That's what I'm going for. You know, I don't really need a lot of options in an antivirus. I just want it to work. You know, keep the system free, because really in the end that's what it comes down to. My opinion, you know, but I might check this out tomorrow. It looks like they got it for home businesses. Okay, all right. 15 years of excellence, very good. Free version for Windows. I think I've actually tested. I think there's a light version for Windows, or was that Android? I can't remember. You know, I'll have to maybe look into that tomorrow or maybe this weekend just to see what we got. But yeah, Bitdefender, AVG, Avast, Antivir, those are probably going to do the job. The GUI is friendly and simple in Windows. Bitdefender is very simple. Okay, cool. For Windows, don't know in Linux. Again, I'll have to check that out. Shatir is in the house. What's up? Hello. Don't have to buy it. Just run the free version. Okay, all right. Seems I know any virus, free or paid, will protect you 100%. That's true. client of yours was hit with ransomware. Oh no. Using the paid version of Avast. That is not good. Mark, I hope they had backup before they got nailed. That would really, really suck, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's do a quick search for the best antivirus, just since we're talking about it. Or let's look for the best anti-aging creams. Oh my. Let's see, which one shall we pick? Let's go with that one. And let's get out of reader mode, get a better look. Backup from a week back. Okay, from a week ago. Not so bad. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see here. The best antivirus. This is dated June 21st, so last month. It looks like McAfee, Norton, WebRoot, Bitdefender, Kaspersky, Avast, Emisoft, ESET, F-Secure, and Trend. Well, there you go. Looks like they rated McAfee very good. The top three are these three here: McAfee, Norton, and WebRoot. Bitdefender is right behind. Looks like they all do pretty much what needs to be done. Listen to the labs. Results reported by independent antivirus testing labs very seriously. Take that very seriously, sure. Looks like they got 5 labs: Virus Bulletin, Simons Edwards, AV Test Institute, MRG, and AV Comparatives. Not familiar with those, really. Netraft or Feshave look like a lot younger, over 30, and have been mistaken as a high schooler. Cool. You don't need no cream to shave? Oh, that's interesting. Oscar, how are you? Been talking about antivirus for Linux in general. Since last night I uploaded my first look at Komodo antivirus for Linux. Only run McAfee if you want problems. Alright, Chip, you got my attention. What is the problem there, comrade? Anyway, so yeah, looks like this website likes McAfee, Norton, WebRoot, then right behind that is Bitdefender. Let's go to some Linux news, see what's up. You don't need no anti-aging cream. Well, after I shave, I'll put some what did I buy? It was recommended by the pharmacist. Neutrogena? Nivea? Neutrogena? I can't remember. It softens the skin, you know, cut down on razor burn, stuff like that. I will do that after shaving just so I feel softer, you know. Sometimes I'll just dab some cold water and baby oil, but they say baby oil might clog your pores. Anyway, let's see here. What's anything exciting latest news? Yes, I know Linux malware is on the rise. Linux for everyone, all 7.5 billion of us. Really? I did not know that Linux was the most popular system in the world. Linux is everywhere except on a desktop. What do you think about this Bitcoin nonsense? What do you think will happen if US dollar collapses? Oscar, Bitcoin is for the select few. I think it's being used primarily for, how should I put it, non-friendly uses, shady purposes, the dark web, from what I understand. If the dollar collapses, we are in big doo-doo. I don't think it will. Would Bitcoin make heists easier? Probably, because that's done anonymously as far as I know. I believe ransomware users, or not users, people who attack with ransomware use Bitcoin for payment, as it were. So yeah, as far as going mainstream, I don't see it. Also, none of these places get paid by companies for a higher rating. Well, that's cool. Yeah. McAfee's a very bad choice. I don't know. It had a high rating on that website, Chip. I don't use McAfee. It's been a while. Yeah. I think I deleted it because it seemed like it was a little bit heavy on the system resource, but this was way back. So it is a resource hog. Okay, so I do remember that correctly. Thanks, Mark. Cryptocurrency is funding your next computer. That's interesting. See. Oh, let's see. Note. You said note. Sorry. Note. All right. What do we have here? Leaker Locker. Leaker Locker. Sounds like a bathroom thing. Threatens to send users. Okay, fine. You got my attention. What the heck is this all about? New malware threatens to send users pictures, internet history, and messages to friends. Oh. The malware can be downloaded accidentally through the Google Play apps. Here we go again. A new type of malware that threatens to send your private pictures, messages, and internet browsing history to your friends has been discovered. Leaker Locker is called. Can be accidentally downloaded from Google Play. It locks your phone's home screen and claims to have made a backup of any sensitive information. Interesting. Oh boy, it never ends. They fight you, you fight back. According to McAfee, here we go. The world's largest dedicated security technology company. It is the largest? I did not know that. The app's wallpapers Blur and Booster and Cleaner Pro both carried a threat, so do not use those. Wallpapers Blur and Booster Clear. I don't use that. Leaker Locker locks the home screen and accesses private information in the background. Ooh. Not all the private data that the malware claims to access is read or leaked. Not good. Alright, let's see what else we have here. Anyway, Leaker Locker. Those ratings got your attention. Yeah, I bet so. Bitdefender has a much better detection rate. Okay, cool. What else? What else do we have here? Looks like a bunch of things on Leaker Locker. It's all about Leaker Locker. Let's see here. Malware researcher helps teen hackers turn skills into careers. Very good. Copycat malware infected 14 million Google devices. You know, I'm looking at this. You don't see much with iOS. Virus is for IRS. For iOS, not the IRS. Maybe the IRS is a virus. Ha ha. Non-malware threat. Interesting. Nice wallpaper. As malware grows more complex, protection strategies. Let's see what that says. Mukahit 10K. Hope I said it right. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live show. The paid version of Bitdefender will block that stuff too. Forget if free does not. If it does or does not. I would imagine it probably would. On the Windows side, I don't want to say a thing. No problem, Shatir. You can make fun of Windows 10. I have no ego to bruise. I just use it because it works. I play my games on it, so I'm cool. Okay, let's see. As malware grows more complex, protection strategies need to evolve and quickly. The days of simple anti-malware protection are mostly over. Oh no, I wanted it simple. Scanning and screening for malware has become a very complex process. Yes. And traditional anti-malware tools only find a small fraction. The basics haven't changed. Back in the early days, malware made use of internet relay chat channels. Today they have migrated to the web. Absolutely. Malware uses very sophisticated tools. Yep, and defeat the protection tools. Evasion techniques. Polymorphic malware. That sounds really nasty. This type of malware adapts to a variety of conditions, operating systems and circumstances, and tries to evade security scans. Ooh. Fitness. Fileless fitness. It's late. Yes, look out for fitness malware. Malware that can get you fit. Or make you turn into a fit. Anyway, fileless malware. This type of malware gathers small bits of code that is already written and memory resistant into a coherent attack. The fileless designation is somewhat misleading, since you still need something stored in memory. Okay, this malware, like other types, tries to leave as little evidence as possible. Yeah, not good. Using techniques such as return-oriented programming, malware can execute DLLs and the other executed sequences of code. This means that apps themselves, even ones that have been fully crafted, can be a threat. Well, that sounds pretty sophisticated. Fileless malware. VM sandbox detectors. Some malware types have built-in activation delays to avoid detection. Oh? When they are deposited, they simply do nothing for several minutes, hoping to evade detection. That's pretty slick, actually. Others look for registry keys, drivers. Okay. It will also in its operations. It sounds like these are getting more sophisticated. Yeah, it is 11:27 p.m. here. Oh, it's 6:20 a.m. We're at 6:28 p.m. Where are you from, if I may ask? All right, scripting-based attacks. Another avoidance technique is to execute malware using built-in scripting engines such as PowerShell. Oh no. These attacks typically take advantage of process hooking and don't leave any file-based residues. Wow. The latest exploit, Double Agent, Mr. Bond. The most recent obfuscation technique goes by the name of Double Agent. It takes advantage of an undocumented feature in Microsoft Application Verifier, a Windows feature that lets developers do runtime verifications. Unfortunately, it has an undocumented feature which gives attackers a way to replace the legitimate verify with rogue verifier to gain complete control. Man, these things are nasty. AV vendors have recently issued patches. You're from Turkey. Cool. Welcome. I think you're my first guest from Turkey. That is so awesome. Wow, great. Do you have Windows, Linux? Do you dual boot, Mac, all three? So what is popular in Turkey? I gots to know. Yes, Netra. Norton, yes, very, very resource heavy, at least in the past. It did its job. In fact, I remember buying when I was buying computers, sometimes Netra or McAfee would come pre-installed for trial. But it did slow down the system somewhat. Windows default fireware is good, but not that good from ransomware. It is pretty good, Shatir. How good, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's it does most of the job, or it does its job most of the time. Of course, you should have the antivirus Windows Defender, whatever you're using, keep that running, and always keep the system updated, which of course Windows 10 and updating is not an issue. Ryan is in the house. Hello, man. We've been talking security or antivirus for Linux for this Thursday night chat. Let's see here. The rise of ransomware. I suppose the rise of the Planet of the Apes. Oh wait, no. What's that new movie? War for the Planet of the Apes. Saw the first reboot. It was pretty good. Anyway. Windows and Mac OS. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ransomware takes the stealthily characteristic to a new level. Yes, it does. It uses both polymorphic and fileless tech. I feel like I'm describing something out of Star Trek or something here. To avoid detection until it encrypts targeted files, and it comes right out and tells you that your PC is infected. Yes, and locked. You have to pay up. Let's see. Ransomware isn't new. The first instance was 1989. 1989, the first ransomware. Really? Okay. But ransomware has improved dramatically over the years. Yes, it has. Cyber criminals ply their trade with exemplary customer service. Cyber criminals and exemplary customer service. Those are two terms I would not put together. Let's look at the recent trends with this type of malware. Alright, so we have an IBM report found that 4,000 malware or ransomware attacks occurred daily. Daily? In 2016. Wow. 4 times more than the previous year. 70% of businesses previously hit by ransomware indicated they paid. 70% paid the ransom. Right? Yeah, right here. 70%. Wow. Let's see here. Of that portion, half paid over 10,000. A fifth paid 40,000. Well, that's a nice little tip. In another survey, traces of Locky ransomware is almost malicious. Every malicious file attachment it observed in Q3 of 2016. A 64% jump. That is pretty nasty. Okay, ransomware continues to be dangerous. Duh! Most ransomware schemes depend on social engineering ploys to trick victims. Yeah, I believe a lot of it, or some of it's through email attachments. So beware of unsolicited emails, but really is all about the monetary benefit. Of course it is. It's not. It's definitely not for your health. For your health. The author's right. The ransomware advertises a different fee depending on the geographical location of the victim. Oh? The ransom amount for the USA is $700, whereas Israel, Russia, and Mexico, it's only $500. Interesting. The malware authors clearly know average incomes and change ransom demands based on geolocation to keep the payments affordable. Well, I guess it's just a business. If the victim doesn't pay the ransom before the timer runs out, the ransom doubles. It's kind of like an auction. Tell me, do I hear 500 or 600 or 1,000 sold to the lucky sucker who pays it? Anyway, this shows prior criminal experience and understanding how we all think. Act now to pay less. I guess so. Typical ransomware actors offer better support than users get from their own internet service providers. Typical ransomware actors offer better support. That sounds weird. Let's see here. Making matters work, ransomware as a service is on the rise. Oh? Ransomware now is packaged as a SaaS subscription. A typical cybercriminal signs up via a Tor server and provides their Bitcoin address. Here we go. We talked about Bitcoin. Provides their Bitcoin address where they will receive the payouts. You can configure your ransom demands and what text you will use for the pop-up message that appear after the infection has been delivered to the target PC. The ransomware authors even extract 25% commission on any funds collected through their service. Why not? Can you say convenient? I just did. soon anyone will be able to go out on the dark web and shop for their own ransomware for their criminal enterprise. Wow. Looking to start an online business? Forget Patreon, forget YouTube, forget PayPal. Ransomware. That's the future. Let's see. A friend of your daughter and his brother downloaded ransomware on their grandfather's work computer. They pulled the power cord and they called you C-128. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes see if you yank the power before it fully infects the folder, sometimes you can save some of those folders from what I understand. I could be wrong. But yeah, the best thing you can do is pull the plug. Should I ever buy a Chromebook? According to Ryan, well, depends what you are going to do. If all you want to do is get on the web, a lot of it is web-based. A lot of these don't come with, or some of these don't come with hard drives. They're very small hard drives, Ryan. But if you want to do web-based stuff and want something inexpensive, fast, and safe, absolutely you should buy a Chromebook. I think they start as low as $150 US, which is a pretty good deal. Then they go up accordingly to the specs of the machine. But if you do a lot of web stuff, a Chromebook is perfect, Ryan. Yes, absolutely. Bitcoin is good for normal payment and doesn't require third parties and their fees. Yes, digital version of cash, not crash. Crash is when the ransomware hits. That's when it crashes. Luckily, Gramps' computer was sold and slow. It had only encrypted one file. What, it had Windows XP? Before I was able to remove. First time I was glad for an old computer. Yeah, I never thought of ransomware not fully compatible with old computers. That's kind of funny, actually. You're looking for a ruggedized Asus Chromebook. Yeah, I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Let's see. Making a case for whitelisting. One way to resolve ransomware and other advanced stealth techniques is to make use of application whitelisting. The idea behind whitelisting, instead of playing whack-a-mole, okay? A whitelist starts out by blocking everything except what has been proven. I'm not sure how well that will work, though. I've heard of whitelisting. This leads to faster endpoint performance. Okay. Oh, you want it for school and work? Yeah. I see no problem with the Chromebook, Ryan. Just make sure you take a look at the specs. They do start fairly cheap, but it's for a reason. You know, and of course for security it should be fine. I think Chrome OS is based off of Gen 2, I think. I can't remember. Let's see here. The iPhone works on a whitelist. Okay. You need to get it approved by Apple if you want to run a program. Okay, yeah, that's why they are more secure. Numerous vendors and whitelisting. The app vetting is important. Yes. Let's see what else we have here. PC-Matic. I think I've seen commercials for PC-Matic. PC Pit Stops, PC-Matic. Okay, whatever. Let's talk some more about PC-Matic, which I won't go into. But it does appear malware is getting more sophisticated. That's why your systems have to be updated. Those security patches are so critical. Really critical. So, yeah. It took so long to boot up, I was able to start the task manager. And kill the process. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. PC-Matic is malware? Oh no. So is it like fakeware or something? I don't know. Let's see. More than half of major malware attacks are industrial targets. I can certainly understand that. And some other stuff here. So let's get out of that. Let's go to a couple more websites, then I think I'll call it a night. It looks like the rain has stopped. Let's see if anything here catches my eye. I usually check this website a few times a week. Paranoid Android 7.2 improves Google Pixel. Interesting name. How to use a man page. Like mansplaining? Why Linux Mint won? What did they win? Let me go back to that in a moment. 4 gigs of RAM, Intel Celeron, actual main computer has the same specs, a cheap laptop. Yeah, for just basic web stuff, school stuff, right? That should be plenty, I would say. Let's see here. Anything else here new? Let's go back to why Linux Mint 1. The Bitcoin thing, Netra, yeah, somebody asked. It's obviously digital. As somebody mentioned, digital version of money. I think it's used primarily for the dark web, or some of it for the dark web ransomware. It was asked if it replaced the dollar. I don't think so. But I mean, I suppose. Well, Bitcoin. How long has Bitcoin been around? I don't remember. But yeah, I would say Bitcoin is perfect for uncool purposes. I'll put it to you that way. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the story, see what this has to say. Linux Mint makes Linux easy. Yep. Linux Mint is familiar. Yep. Linux Mint is for the desktop. Yes. Let's see here. Designed for casual desktop users. No cloud server, just desktop usage. Yeah. 2010 it might be, see, when it came out. I think. I'm not sure. Somebody said if you had invested in Bitcoin like $100 back then, it would have got you like, I don't know, like $500,000 now, because the value has jumped so much. I don't know how true that is. Anyway, that's what I read, I think. Alright, so Linux Mint is a community project. Yeah. The only reason Linux Mint is successful. The reason why Linux Mint is successful is because they have always stuck to the KISS method. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. I would have to agree. And that's why Linux Mint won whatever they won, because they used the KISS method. Not fair to paint Bitcoin as some dark thing. Well, it can be used for the dark web. It's not inherently, it's not inherently bad. Bitcoin is really another, I guess to describe it, just another piece of technology, a tool that can be used for good or bad purposes. But it seems like it's perfect for the dark thing, as it were. Yeah. So that's what it was. 300 back then made you a millionaire. Wow. If that's the case, that's a pretty good investment for Bitcoin. Let's see. Nova, the Cuban Linux distro. Really? From Cuba, man. We got Cuba from Havana. Okay, let's take it. Now you got my attention. Nova. Wasn't there a car called the Chevrolet Nova? The car never sold in Spanish-speaking countries because in Spanish, Nova means no-go. True story. So this is the Cuban Linux distro. Interesting. Let's see. What do we have here? Some pictures. Interesting. A standard Ubuntu respin, maybe. Let's see. Desktop running GNOME shell. Curiously, DistroWatch states Nova OS has been discontinued. The official project page only contains information to links. Oh, okay. Alright. Just kind of made me laugh. A Nova SS, a 63. Wow. Cool. Let's see what else is new. Well, let's see here. Visual Studio Code. Earth still uses Linux in the 23rd century. That looks like a prediction. Dash to dock. Extension. Features for Nautilus. How to add blur. GNOME Shell. Arc menu for GNOME Shell. And the add-ons continue. Yes, Ubuntu is now available in the Windows Store. And how weird does that sound? Let's get out of that. Get out of that. And by the way, if you would like to help support the channel, thanks to the 2 patrons so far, go to the Patreon page and just search TOS Today. And thank you to 2 of those supporters. Let's try one more. One more website, and I think I'll call it a night. You're looking at an Asus C202. Okay, briefly, Ryan, what are the specs on that machine and how much does it run? Let's see, if the SEC gets its way, we'll lose a lot more. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about net neutrality, so you guys need to keep an eye on that. Spill resistant. Cool, Ryan. Nice. Yeah, this net neutrality thing, there's been some recent news. Well, that doesn't look good, from what I understand. Uber accepts minority role, merges with Russian ride-sharing company Da Comrade. Let's see here. Oh, Virginia utility installing 2 offshore wind turbines. That's interesting. Nintendo ceases production for Nintendo 3DS. Okay. Oh, Comcast billing nightmare affects woman caring for her sick father. Oh, no. Let's see here. As Comcast says, net neutrality support is create hysteria. Well, we'll find out. NASA finally admits it does not have funding to land humans on Mars. Oh, I wonder how true that is. Anyway. Could always install a Linux distro via USB drive. Yes, you can. That is true. Let's see here, Ryan. 4 GB RAM, 16 GB storage, Intel Celeron, 2.4 gigahertz for about a couple $100. That sounds about right, Ryan. And you said it was spill resistant, so yeah, I would probably say that's okay. Yeah. Not a high-spec machine, but for what you want to do, Ryan, I would say that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Just remember, it only has 16 GB of storage, so that's not a lot. But if it's, like I said, most of it's web-based stuff, so it should be enough, I would guess. So yeah. Check my phone here real quick. Stream health looks okay. I'm gonna get out of that. Give me 1 second here, guys, to check my phone. I think I'm gonna shut this off here. Let's see. Yeah, weather forecast. Okay. Shut off my phone because I am almost done for the evening. Anyway, that's all I have for this evening. If you guys want to chat a little bit longer, I'll stay on for a little bit longer. But that's all the topic I had this evening. Just antivirus, Linux for Linux, Komodo, stuff like that. So I think maybe tomorrow this weekend I'll try that Bitdefender for Linux out of curiosity. For Windows here I run Malwarebytes, Windows Defender. Sometimes I'll test some other ones. Yes, Ryan, you could Google Drive for that. Yes, absolutely. You use Google Drive for that, sure. Yep. I use some of it, some files and folders. It's I guess it's more a matter of convenience, Ryan. Yeah. So maybe if I have time this weekend, I'll go back into Antergos and see what it looks like. But anybody use Defragler for defragmenting? Started using Google to back up your stuff. You get unlimited photo storage if you allow them to downsize any image or send up to 50,000 songs. Cool. All right, C128D. Yeah, I'll catch you later. I'm going to jump off here shortly. Thanks for stopping by as always. Spybot Search and Destroy uses Bitdefender in its back end. I did not know that. Cool. Yeah, Mark, have a good night. You too, thank you. But take a look at this real quick here. Speaking of security. All right, real briefly, we're talking about this is the Windows Defender security. Primarily, I use this. I'll be quite honest. It seems to work. Virus threat protection. Let's see, device performance health, firewall, app browser control, and family options. This has a nice selection here of options. Anyway. Some settings. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. Might jump on this weekend. Usually Friday nights, Big Daddy Linux has something going on. Usually between 9 p.m. and midnight New York time. So sometimes I'll jump on there just to say hello. But guys, for this one, yeah, I am done. Thank you for stopping by as always. Share the channel, tell your friends to subscribe, support the channel, and all that good stuff. And I think for this one, I am done. So, Digo has a referral program too that can bump that up by another 500 gigabytes. Okay. Maybe next stream, the next live, we'll take a look at storage options, online cloud storage options, and see what is available. Of course, there's Dropbox, Box, and some others, and all that stuff. So yeah, so all right, guys. Ryan, see ya. I'll catch you on the next live one, and have a good night, good morning. That person from Mukakit 10K from Turkey. That's cool. And wherever you are, have a safe and pleasant day. I'll catch you guys later. Take care.